Welcome to Fitz Factor, the show where you learn how to master the stock market with Dan Fitzpatrick, the stock market mentor. Dan is a savvy trader. He's featured regularly on Fox Business, CNBC, Investors Business Daily, and SiriusXM Radio. In this podcast, Dan shares his insights on trading, life, and attaining long-term success in the market.
If you are a short-term trader, what does taking a break look like? Are you selling all of your positions or just trimming? How do you like to handle stocks and holdings while you're on vacation?
Well, I don't have any right now. In my trading account, I'm literally zippo, nothing. A lot of times, and it just depends on where the market is, a lot of times I will hold some positions into a vacation, but I'll always have a good till canceled stop set. But to me, because I've felt like the market has been, and I've been talking about this, like this should be news to nobody except if you're a brand new member, in which case, welcome, you're in good company. But everybody should know that the market has been a little bit kind of tired. And so with that, I'm pretty burned out. I don't think burned out is the right term. I'm really tired mentally because of a lot of things that have been going on. So I have felt personally, this is just to me, it's not a rule for you or anything, but I've felt personally like I really need a break from fricking looking at charts all day long. And so I just said, you know what? If I miss out on a little bit here and there, I don't care. And so I just closed the whole thing. And I stopped being regretful that I missed another 3% or 5% on a particular stock. So for me, this time around, it means just taking a break, 100%, closing everything out. Look, the takeaway is it has to be whatever's right for you, because I think it's really not a good thing for anybody to be thinking that Dan Fitzpatrick does it right all the time, because I don't. I'm very self-aware. I think that's really important for any trader to be really self-aware. But I make a lot of mistakes in how I hold things through vacations or not, or whatever. But they're mistakes that are based on what I feel like I want to do. And so that way I learn from what I've done right and wrong, because it's what I have done based on my feeling about myself and making my decisions. But if you are focusing on, and I don't get the sense you're asking a specific question in this way, but I think this is important for people in general. Forget about just taking a break, but just trading in general. If you're trading based solely on what Dan Fitzpatrick or Scott McGregor or Jim Cramer or anybody else, if you're trading focused solely on what somebody else is telling you is a good thing to do, the only thing you can possibly learn from that exercise is that Dan Fitzpatrick made a mistake. Dan Fitzpatrick, that's a crappy trade. Or Dan Fitzpatrick, what a monster trade. That guy is awesome. I'm going to listen to everything that guy does. Wow, I've learned the key to the market is to listen to Fitz. Those are really, really bad things to be learning, because just by, you know what you're thinking, like, yeah, those are really crappy lessons to learn because nobody's perfect. What you have to be doing is thinking to yourself, why am I doing what I'm doing? What am I thinking? What am I feeling? Because if you do that, if you're starting to trade consciously, and I'm not getting all Zen-like here, I'm just saying, like, if you're having some self-awareness and making decisions based on what you think, and then you have to stand by those decisions. I don't have to stand by your decisions. I have no idea what you're doing, but you have to stand by those decisions. Now you're learning. Now you are learning how to operate the mechanism of your trading, which is your brain. So I really feel like it's important to do that. As a little aside here, One of my nephews was talking about a book. It's like the Comfort Crisis, or I think that's it. And one of the things that I've been reading is how boredom is so important. Like, nobody wants to be bored. I'm sitting around here looking at all these kids in our family tribe here. We've got so many people. It's not even a family. I think there's probably a mayor here someplace. And these kids are all sitting around a table. All of them are staring at their iPhones. Nobody's talking. Okay. That's not a criticism. That's an observation. Everybody does that. But as a trader, that kind of thing is deadly for you. That's deadly for you if all you're doing is looking at charts all day long, looking for the next trade. You got Fox Business or CNBC on in the background, and you're reading articles. You're always like input. Got to get input into I'm a trader. There's so much to learn. Oh my God. It's like you're playing Asteroids, which is an old video game. I don't think, everybody else is playing like Fortunes of War or Blow the Head Off the Other Guy or whatever it is, all these stupid games. But if you're just trading, if you're always getting input, looking at charts, let me look at the 1 minute chart on, compare that to the monthly chart. I mean, stupid stuff like that. You're not giving yourself an opportunity to stop and say, what am I doing here? Why am I doing what I'm doing? And if your answer to that is anything other than because I want to make money, then you're probably got the wrong reason for doing this.
If you're getting value from this podcast, click the subscribe button and sign up for Dan's free daily videos at stockmarketmentor.com.
And so I find that I do best when I shut off the noise and I stop looking at charts, stop looking at the market during the day. And I hear people say, a lot, oh my gosh, you're in the market all day. Wow, you must do really well. Boy, I'll bet you're sure trading a lot. As I get older, the older I get, the less I trade and the better I trade, because I'm allowing myself to be thinking and thoughtful. I'm allowing myself to not let the market rule what I'm doing, but instead to be focusing on what I want to do, what works for me, what's my thought process, what am I thinking about, what the hell am I doing right now? I could be doing anything with this minute in my life. Why am I looking at a chart? And that's really, really important for you guys to be thinking about, is like, what are you doing with this minute? And if you start thinking about things in that respect, then you're going to be more discriminating with what you're doing with your time. And you're going to find out that you trade too much, that you close positions too quickly, the whole thing, not just scaling in and out, but you're going to find out when you really start trading consciously, you're going to start questioning more and more things that you're doing, because you're not just some trained monkey doing the same thing over and over again. And so I feel really passionately about this because nobody talks about it. Because look, it's my business. It's Scott's business. Oh man, we got to keep these guys trading more and more. We want to keep them interested. Got to keep them in the market. Got to give them something to do. Nobody talks about it from my standpoint. That, hey, why don't you just do a little bit less? Why don't you make trading work for your life rather than make your life work for trading? Construct your life around trading. That's a really, really low quality of life. And so if you're going to take a vacation, take a break. Just take a break. And you will be amazed at how much energy you will bring back to the market when you come. Here's the case in point, and then I'll get off my, I don't think it's a soapbox. It's actually a really uncomfortable chair. Do you know when I'm going to be on Fox Business next? Monday. We're not getting back till like 10 o'clock on Sunday night. And I've already committed to doing Fox Business on Monday. Why? I mean, it seems kind of stupid when you think about it, but I'll tell you why. Because I'm ready to go. I know when come Sunday, even on the plane on the way back, I'm rested. I'm ready to go. I want to know what's happening. And so by Monday morning, or, whenever I do the thing with Charles Payne, I'm rested. My mind is clear. And it's because I have had an opportunity to take a break. So anyway, that's the gospel according to Dan.
Thanks for listening to Fitz Factor with Dan Fitzpatrick. If you like this, then you'll love Dan's premium service at stockmarketmentor.com, where you can learn how to trade stocks, options, and cryptocurrencies. Click the link below and get access to real-time trading alerts, a community of traders just like you, and live training sessions each week. Get the trading edge that you need at stockmarketmentor.com.